At this time, we would like to recognize that the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point occupies lands of the Ho-Chunk and Menominee people. Please take a moment to acknowledge and honor the ancestral Ho-Chunk and Menominee land and the sacred land of all Indigenous peoples.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Bernie Patterson, Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. I'm going to take off my mask. We're socially distanced here and taking all the precautions that are required, so the other speakers will not be wearing masks as well. But I do want to say, on behalf of the faculty and the staff of this great university, welcome to the 2020 virtual commencement ceremony. We want to extend to everyone our warmest greetings on this very special occasion. As much as we would all wish that we could share this time together in person, we're grateful for the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2020 and thank all who supported them during these very challenging times. There's a reason we call this day Commencement. It is a day of new beginnings and of promising futures. There are many who helped make this day possible, especially parents, family, friends, and other supporters of our graduates. The 1,700, yes, I said 1,700 members of the spring and winter graduating class are here in large measure because you made the commitment and necessary sacrifices to help them realize their dreams. And graduates, earning a college degree is a major milestone. Very few of you reach this point alone. So let's take a moment, graduates, to say thank you to your parents and step-parents and grandparents and great-grandparents and brothers and sisters and husbands and wives, children and grandchildren and aunts and uncles, and other relatives and friends of our graduates, and especially those who are no longer with us. Also, a special thank you to our faculty and staff who've done an outstanding job, particularly this past year, in making sure that you succeeded, and they've done it well. Graduates, these are the shoulders upon which you stand today. As you go into the world, be proud to be a Pointer. Be proud of your university. We are ranked among the top public regional universities in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report. We are the only university in the state of Wisconsin that is nationally accredited in all 4 areas of the arts. We are a certified military-friendly school. We are recognized in many ways for our sustainability practices, but particularly the Green Ribbon Award given by the U.S. Department of Education. And we are fortunate to be located in a city that is ranked 5th among best small college towns in America. And we have a proud legacy, a legacy of 126 years of educational excellence, and more than 81,000 fellow alumni standing with you. Graduates' commencement marks the beginning, and with it comes a number of feelings, particularly a feeling maybe of sadness as you say goodbye to roommates and other close friends. Maybe a feeling of anxiety as you're not quite certain what will be next in your life and in your career. And certainly feelings of excitement, just like today. Commencement also marks a time of new responsibilities, a time to start paying it forward, a time to mold yourself into a servant leader, and a time to make a difference. There will be hundreds of hours. You only need to reach out and grab one. Be it at animal shelters, schools, food pantries, nursing homes, or to help clean up our lakes, rivers, and our highways. It is a time to support your community and exercise your responsibilities, be it at the polls or through volunteer work or just making life better for our neighbor. You've gotten a good start during your time at the university through the thousands of hours that you have already volunteered. Now, let us celebrate this great occasion together.
My name is Greg Summers, and I have the honor of serving as the provost at UW-Stevens Point. As part of this occasion, we give special recognition to those students who have truly excelled both in and out of the classroom. I'm pleased to introduce several groups of outstanding graduating seniors. We'll begin with members of the Army ROTC program. UW-Stevens Point ROTC is the host school of the Northwoods Battalion, which includes detachments at UW-Stout, UW-Eau Claire, and UW River Falls. Each year, the Northwoods Battalion trains approximately 200 cadets across all academic levels and produces an average of 22 lieutenants. It's my pleasure to recognize 8 ROTC officers who have been commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army this year. I would also like to recognize our graduates and their family members who are serving or have served in the armed forces. Thank you all for your service to our country. Members of another group of outstanding students are recognized as recipients of the Academic Honors Award. The faculty has established a program of academic honors to recognize undergraduate students for outstanding academic achievement. Graduation honors are awarded on the basis of the grade point average for all courses attempted. There are 3 levels of academic honors: cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. At this time, I would like to recognize the students graduating with an overall grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74. These students are graduating cum laude. Next, I would like to recognize students graduating with an overall grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89. These students are graduating magna cum laude. Among our spring and winter 2020 graduates, there are 112 students who have earned a grade point average of 3.9 or above, a summa cum laude designation. I would like to recognize those students at this time. Congratulations again to these outstanding students. We're so proud of your accomplishments.
Hello, my name is Al Thompson, and I'm the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. I am pleased to introduce your 2020 class speaker, Liliana Boyle. The daughter of Dennis and Yelena Boyle, Liliana is from Vladivostok, Russia. At UW-Stevens Point, she majored in data analytics and mathematics with a minor in economics. She served as Vice President and Volunteer Events Coordinator for the International Club and founding member, Treasurer, and Vice President of the Association for Data Analytics Students. She was also active in the Math Club. Liliana was a study abroad mentor and student recruiter for the Office of International Education and led presentations on international education and intercultural understanding. She earned Dean's List honors, several academic scholarships, and the University Leadership Award. Today, Liliana graduates magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Science degree. She has what goals of doctoral degree and a career as a business analyst leading to roles in project management. Let's welcome Liliana Boyle.
Chancellor Patterson and Vice Chancellors, distinguished guests, dear faculty and staff, family and friends around the world, and especially fellow members of the class of 2020, welcome to this momentous occasion celebrating spring and winter commencement at University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. This has indeed been an extraordinary year, one that we will always recall for its numerous firsts and the many tribulations we had to endure. But today we are here for joyous celebration of our major accomplishment. Congratulations and 3 cheers to all of us. Hooray, 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 we made it. Each of us arrived at UWSP from various backgrounds and circumstances, but probably sharing common feelings and emotions. High expectations for sure, no doubt some trepidation, a little fear and anxiety about how things would turn out, both academically and socially. I suspect many were like me, uncertain of their talents and ambitions, not knowing what they wanted to do with their lives or the best career path to pursue. I was actually born and raised on the other side of the world, in the Far East, with a Russian mother and an American father. Because of my dad's work with international exchange programs, I was blessed with the opportunity to travel. But to tell you the truth, I did not know what to expect of life in the middle of Wisconsin. When my parents dropped me off in Stevens Point in August 2016, I knew virtually no one, except for one person, the director of UWSP Office of International Education, Dr. Brad Van den Nelson, who had recruited me and made it possible for me to enroll here. I'm immensely thankful for all that he has done. More than likely, each of you also had a professor or a staff member who helped when you needed it most. We owe them all a sincere debt of gratitude. I doubt I'm the only one who felt they were literally starting from scratch when they came to UWSP. But looking back, I see it was good to have gone through such an experience. It was actually a process of becoming me, of understanding myself without the biases and preconceived notions of people who have known me my entire life. I appreciate all the opportunities that UWSP has provided, academically, socially, and professionally. I'll never forget walking through Schmeeckley Reserve in the fall, getting my first English composition back, having lunch with my roommate at DeBow and laughing over coffee in the brew house, or waiting anxiously after interviews to know if I got the internship. I trust we all take fond memories with us and hope we will make our university, now alma mater, proud. When graduating from high school, some people feel that they know everything. But after studying at university, we realize that there's always more to learn, even about our own major field. And no matter how respectable our GPAs, we're just scratching the surface. Beyond a dream of the good life, though, our real challenge is finding true purpose. To paraphrase Tim Minchin, an Australian performing artist, instead of simply following your dream, as many would advise, I advocate the vigorous pursuit of short-term goals, to develop a pattern of success in life, to never stop learning and at the same time to give of yourself, to share your gifts and talents, to teach, be a leader, to expand your sphere of influence and make a difference in other people's lives. Then you will truly know what it all means. Surely, the class of 2020 will long be remembered as exceptional. We have overcome many challenges and achieved much to reach this milestone. So let us today bask in the glow of our accomplishment. As we bid goodbye to UW-Stevens Point and begin the next chapter of our lives, let us hope to have a positive impact in this precious but ever so fragile world which we dearly love. May the future bring each of you the best in life, vibrant health and prosperity, peace, love, and joy. Thank you, and farewell.
Congratulations, class of 2020. It is our honor to lead the UW-Stevens Point alumni pinning ceremony. My name is Laura Gehrman-Rotier, class of 2002, and I am the Director of Alumni Affairs. Graduates, you each have or will be mailed a UW-Stevens Point lapel pin with your diploma. Please take out your pin if you have it available. This pin represents your alma mater. With the cupola at the center of the pin, we hope it reminds you that you always have a home at UW-Stevens Point. We invite you to think of another pointer at this time, someone you may have had classes with or whom you formed a lifelong friendship. These pins connect you as Pointer alumni. At this time, we ask you to secure that connection by attaching your pin to your shirt. Nicole, please exchange pins with me at this time.
I am Nicole Weir, class of 2014, Marketing Communications and Annual Giving Manager for University Advancement. I ask that you always wear this pin with pride. Cherish the memories of the time you spent at this university. When you step into your new lives and as you meet other UW-Stevens Point alumni, make sure you pause and connect as fellow pointers. If you see a pointer not wearing a pin, give them yours. You can contact Alumni Affairs and we'll send you a new pin to replace the one that you shared with your fellow pointer. Congratulations, class of 2020. We're counting on you to share the UW-Stevens Point spirit, legacy, and tradition. Congratulations on joining us as UW-Stevens Point alumni.
I am Joshua Hagan, Dean of the College of Letters and Science. I will begin the presentation of candidates for the conferral of degrees. Chancellor Patterson, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Data Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Associate degrees in the College of Letters and Science. Contingent upon successful completion of the requirements, I recommend they receive the diploma of this university and the appropriate degree be conferred upon each of them.
I'm Brian Sloss, Dean of the College of Natural Resources. Chancellor Patterson, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Natural Resources, Master of Science in Natural Resources, and Bachelor of Science in the College of Natural Resources. Contingent upon successful completion of the requirements, I recommend they receive the diploma of this university and the appropriate degree be conferred upon each of them.
Hi, I'm Marty Lloyd, Dean of the College of Professional Studies. Chancellor Patterson, it's my honor to present the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Audiology, Doctor of Education and Educational Sustainability, Master of Business Administration and Applied Leadership and Decision Making, Master of Science in Athletic Training, Master of Science in Communication Sciences and Disorders, Speech and Language Pathology, Master of Science in Community and Organizational Leadership, Master of Science in Education, General and Elementary Education, Master of Science in Health and Wellness Management, Master of Science in Sustainable and Resilient Food Systems, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing, all in the College of Professional Studies. Contingent upon successful completion of the requirements, I recommend that they receive the diploma of this university and the appropriate degree be conferred upon each of them.
I am Valerie Sisler, Dean of the College of Fine Arts and Communication. Chancellor Patterson, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts in Communication, Master of Music Education, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science in the College of Fine Arts and Communication. Contingent upon successful completion of the requirements, I recommend they receive the diploma of the university and the appropriate degree be conferred upon each of them.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, and upon the recommendation of the faculty of this university, I confer upon you the doctorate, master's, baccalaureate, or associate degrees with all the honors and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Graduates, our student speaker will now move her tassel to the left side of her mortar board to indicate your class's graduation. I invite you to do the same. Commencement is a ceremony filled with traditions, from the flowing academic regalia to the hardcovers of your diplomas. Usually at the end of our in-person ceremonies, we mark this occasion with the tradition steeped in symbolism, the touching of the cupola. As the class of 2020 gathered for fall convocation in 2016, you remember that day, I'm sure, you were not sure what to expect as you walked into the ceremony to celebrate the start of your first academic year. As you left that morning, you touched the dome of the cupola to commit to your journey in education. If you will allow me, I will act in your place today to touch the dome of the cupola again, this time for you as a graduate of UW-Stevens Point. I invite you to return to campus in the future to do the same as an alum of this university. You'll find the cupola on the second floor of Old Main. I hope you will always consider UW-Stevens Point to be your home and that you will return again and again. We wish each of you continued success and happiness, and to all of the family and friends, we thank you for helping us celebrate our graduates today. Congratulations and best wishes to you all. To conclude, it is a tradition at UW-Stevens Point for the Chancellor to give a charge to the graduates at the end of the commencement ceremony. So I will do just that. What do you expect to hear today? Perhaps some of the things I considered saying. Go and be a leader. Make good use of your education. Make the world a better place. While these are all good thoughts and certainly things we want you to do, they are being expressed at commencement ceremonies across this country. UW-Stevens Point is no ordinary university, and your experience here has been anything but ordinary. So I say to you simply this: reach out to those who are alone. Speak up for those who have no voice. Stand up for those who cannot stand. One final thought: the day will come, it will surely come, when you're confronted with an ethical dilemma. There'll be no one to show you the way. There'll be no instruction manual. There'll be no one to lean on, no one to ask. There'll be no one to text, no one to call. And there will be no one to reach out to on social media. You will feel more alone than perhaps you ever have in your entire life. At that precise moment, when it is up to you and you alone, what you will have to lean on, to call upon, is your foundation in life. That is your pointer education and your faith in God. Now go and be servant leaders. Godspeed. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, Pointers!
All right, grads, we did it. Woo!
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Woohoo! We did it!
Congratulations, everyone.
Woo!
Congratulations, Pointers!
Congrats, you did it!
Congratulations, be proud of your accomplishments.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Yay! Congratulations to all 2020 graduates.
We did it!
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it! Woo!
I wish you the best with your degree. Now go out and discover your purpose.